Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the CanUK podcast, the podcast done by fans for fans of everything nerdy. I am your host, Lord X, and I welcome you to the show this week. Apologies for no show last week, but, people are busy. That being said, I am here joined this week by the one, the only, the House of Rage, ECW James.
Greetings and salutations.
How's it going?
It's going. Going to the bottom of this bottle of beer I'm working on.
You got the beer, I got the vodka.
Woo, this is going to be a good show, folks.
Yep. Well, I'm assuming nothing like your drunk cast shows, but...
Oh, that's after several bottles of beer. You notice I haven't done any in a while. Takes a toll on you.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Especially when you have a work, jobs to go to.
Yeah. But we're here this week, and we got one hell of a show.
Ooh,
well, we've only got two news stories, but they're fairly decent. One bigger than the other. But aside from that, we have the games of December. We have trailer talk with 3 trailers to discuss.
Oh, yeah.
And then to wrap things off, which will make me hurry and edit and upload this podcast as soon as we're done recording, our predictions for the Game Awards that air tomorrow night, Friday, December the 5th.
Ooh.
So,
cutting it close.
Yep. So we've got one hell of a show to get done here, folks. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the games of December. So back on the 2nd, 2 days ago, we had Fantasy Hero Unsigned Legacy for the PlayStation Vita, Game of Thrones Episode 1 Iron from Ice by Telltale Games for Windows, Mac, and PS4, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix for the PlayStation 3, and The Crew for Windows, PS4, Xbox One, and 360.
Yay!
So, big day to start off the month.
Yeah, I mean, the Game of Thrones, is it the prequel, sequel, or am I thinking of the other Telltale games?
This one...
The Borderlands one.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah.
The Borderlands one takes place after Borderlands 2, and this Game of Thrones one takes place in Season 3, somewhere along there. Let's just say the opening scene deals with, like, the aftermath of the Red Wedding.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I'll just leave it at that.
Still, Telltale Games. You know it's going to be good.
Yep. We'll discuss a little bit later, actually, but I can safely say that, so far, great game. Kingdom Hearts 2.5 HD Remix. That was awesome. That was my pickup for the month right there. The Crew. Wonder if it's broken. It's a Ubisoft game.
It's probably broken. Ubisoft has not been having the best of luck lately with, getting their titles to work.
Yeah. Except for Far Cry 4. That one's been working.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty mind-blowing glitches in that game so far.
Okay. I haven't. I've only heard good things, really.
Well, they're the type of glitches that just kind of make it more entertaining.
Okay. Like
when you're using the bait, there's one I saw that using the bait, all of a sudden this flaming puma comes screaming out of the jungle. Like it ran through a campfire or something to get to the bait. So it's on fire and it's attacking everything. It's awesome as that.
Oh, that's just scary.
Like, it's just the puma by itself is bad, but set it on fire.
Oh, dear Lord. Actually, going with Far Cry 4, I was talking with a friend of mine. This may not be a Far Cry 4 issue itself, but probably a little issue with PS4 and the network. But friend bought and downloaded Far Cry 4 and Dragon Age Inquisition at the same time.
Uh-huh.
The logo for Far Cry 4 showed up as Dragon Age. Thought, oh, that's weird. Something going wrong here. Loaded up Far Cry. It was working perfectly. and he was getting trophies for Far Cry for doing stuff. But at random times, he would get a trophy for Dragon Age by playing Far Cry 4.
What if they planned it that way?
But it's two different companies.
So?
Yeah, it was just funny because he was talking about, like, he would just get a random trophy pop for, like, killing 10 elite dragons. Like, okay, I haven't even killed one yet. So he started to be curious, like, wondering if he was going to get his first platinum for a game without even playing the game.
Wow. Yeah, that's... Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, back to our list here. On the 3rd, we have Chivalry, Medieval Warfare, finally getting a release for the PlayStation 3 and 360.
I know, right?
Game of Thrones, again, for the Xbox One and 360. And Tales from the Borderlands Episode 1 Zero Sum, finally released for Xbox Live Arcade. So, yeah. Cool that Chivalry is finally on consoles.
I know. I've watched playthroughs of it. It's nothing fancy, just kill your enemy.
Reminds me of the old school Bushido Blade series.
Oh, I miss that series. I really do miss that series.
Okay. On the 4th, we have Dead State releasing for Windows, and again, Game of Thrones releasing on iOS. Now, we were talking a little bit before we started recording about Dead State.
Yeah, it's... You watch the trailers and it's trying to make itself out to be like a knockoff of DayZ.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it's not.
Hmm.
For an open world game, it is very linear. It's very unforgiving, too.
Mm.
For example, say you decide to stick with one character, because you can switch between characters in the game, which is a cool concept. Yeah. But if you stick with your main hero character and build him up and up and up, if something happens and he dies, you're screwed.
Mm. Oh, that sucks.
Not even in a good way.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's not much incentive to switch out between characters besides the fact you'll save your hero character. And it kind of forces you to do that anyway because, like I was saying, if you go too long using that character, his stamina will continually drop because he's getting tired.
Yeah.
It's just good concept, but it's no DayZ.
Before we continue on with the game releases, breaking news right at the moment.
Uh-oh.
It is now official. Doctor Strange will be played by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes.
Marvel has officially posted the news. So, there you go, folks.
And here I was holding out for Harry Potter.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Maybe we'll discuss a little more when the news section rolls around. Okay, moving on to the 5th. Back to the games in November. We have Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for the Wii U. We have NES Remix Pack for the Wii U. And we have Ultimate NES Remix for the 3DS. If you're a Nintendo fan, you'll be happy.
Yep, never heard of Captain Toad.
It looks absolutely adorable. It's a puzzle game.
Of course.
And I think I saw the review on IGN. They gave it like an 8.5.
Nice.
Yeah. So, Nintendo, once again, with another game that's not broken this year.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I trust them. Everything else has worked perfectly, so...
True, it has. It has.
Alright, so moving onwards to the 9th. Once again, we have Game of Thrones.
What? What the hell?
Releasing for the PlayStation 3. We have Lara Croft in the Temple of
Osiris.
Osiris, thank you. For Windows, PS4, and Xbox One. And finally, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, I cannot speak now.
Have another shot.
Yeah, more vodka. Ace Attorney Trilogy for the 3DS.
That's cool.
I'm kind of excited for Lara Croft. The first top-down one they did was actually really good, and this one has 4-player co-op.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going to be kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. So I might end up buying that for the PS4 if I know if some other people are picking it up. Okay, so moving onwards to the 11th, the day of re-releases, really.
Yeah.
We have Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extended for Windows, Final Fantasy 13-2 for Windows, and the Talos Principle for Windows and PS4.
Really? Final Fantasy 13 2?
Yeah. If you could, if you wanted to relive the experience of Sarah and what's his face again, there you go.
Exactly. What's his face? Name one other character besides Sarah.
I think Hope's back into it,
You
possibly.
think?
I have the game, I just never played it.
That's, wow. Shining endorsement right there.
Yeah, the first one left such a sour taste in my mouth. Apparently this one was better though, so take it with a grain of salt, I guess. No idea what the Talos Principle is. So I'm assuming it's an indie game.
Probably. Probably really good, too.
Alright, so moving onwards to the 12th, we have Halo Spartan Strike for Windows and Windows Phone, and the King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition. This title couldn't be extended any further for Windows.
Wait till next year.
Final Edition Plus?
Yep. And then the year after that, Director's Edition. King of Fighters.
We're being cruel here. They're not Capcom.
I don't know. Like I was saying before, this is King of Fighters 98. We're getting ready to go into 2015.
Only, what, 15 years old?
It's ridiculous.
Oh, dear God, yeah. Alright, so moving on for the 16th, we have Elite Dangerous for Windows, Guilty Gear Third Sign for PS3 and PS4, and Raven's Cry for Windows, Mac, and Linux. No idea. Fighting game, no idea.
Raven's Cry, I think it's a puzzle game.
Okay.
Like a indie version of Dr. Latham.
Oh, cool.
Except for it's set in 1920s London, I believe.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, the 18th. Yeah.
Yes, on the 18th, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes makes its way to Windows.
Hopefully it's not $50.
No. I wonder if the pre-order's up on Steam. We can actually check. Though I've got to deal with Canadian prices here, so it'll probably be a bit more.
Just a bit.
Let's see. Metal Gear Solid... Oh, Phantom Pain's already up for pre-purchase. Okay.
Well, it's coming out in a month?
Okay, there's no price here. There's no, pre-order thing. Not there for Phantom Pain either. Okay, never mind. But, yeah. Cool. Get it with higher graphics, I guess. Even though the PS4 version looked absolutely pretty.
Yeah, I mean, nothing against it. It's just, it was a demo.
Yep, a paid demo.
You paid full price for a demo.
Mm-hmm. Well, not full price. It was $39.99, I think, when it first came out.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard people saying it was like $60.
No. It was $39.99 and $29.99 for last-gen versions.
For a game you can beat in 5 minutes.
Yep. Yeah. And as per usual, we do have some to-be-announced dates. These probably won't happen, especially one of them. So we have Brandish, the Dark Revenant for PSP and PlayStation Vita. PSP game, wow. Class of Heroes.
That's not a soccer game.
Class of Heroes 2G for the PlayStation 3. Xenogenesis Pearls of Rebirth. I have no idea what that is, but that's a cool-ass name for Windows, Mac, and Linux. And this game apparently still exists. The Elder Scrolls Online for PS4 and Xbox One. Even though there hasn't been word of it in a good 8 months now.
Yeah. That's for Xenogenesis. I bet you it's a Japanese mech fighting game.
Japanese mech fighting game. Okay.
That's what I'm guessing. Let's do a quick Google search.
I was going to look on Steam, but I can't apparently spell.
Copy, paste, and search. Survey says images. I am wrong.
Oh.
There are no mechs.
Ooh.
But it looks like an anime version of Last of Us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Looks like a novel type game.
Yeah.
Interesting. Might be worth a look. To go along with the great Hate-Fio boyfriend that came out this year.
God. So where's the rest of that game?
Coming soon. So there you go, folks. That's the games of December. It's a nice relaxed period given what we got last month.
Yeah, you'd think they would still, being December, you'd think they'd have more coming out.
Well, the last little push for the end of the year, arguably Captain Toad's the biggest game there.
Wow.
Maybe The Crew, but I'd not say that given Yubi's track record this year.
Yeah, Yubi's hurting.
The mighty have fallen.
Well, that's what happens when you make so many promises that your ass can't cover.
Indeed. And with that, it's a good segue to go into our trailer talk section.
Ooh.
Even though all 3 trailers we're going to talk about here did look pretty good.
Yes. Yes, they did.
Alright, so the first one, Terminator. Genesis.
Genesis?
Genocide?
Eh.
So, yeah, what did you think of the trailer?
I honestly was blown away by it.
Oh, yeah?
I love the fact that it's a remake but a reboot at the same time. You know, I know a lot of people were complaining that Arnold is in it. You know, he's so old, which he is. But if you watch the trailer, it makes sense why his character's so old.
Yep.
Which is all the more reason to see the movie. I don't want to go into too many spoilers because I already figured out the plot and everything just from the trailer. But
Yeah,
it still looks amazing.
Like I saw somebody tweet out earlier after the trailer. It's like, well, they're keeping up their track record of spoiling the plot in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree that they should have left that part out and just have that be a total surprise.
Yeah.
But that's unfortunately the Hollywood machine these days.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
But no, I am excited to see this. I love the new Sarah Connor. She looks very intense in the trailer, very strong, which is good. Kyle Reese, a little awkward to scene with him and John Connor talking, and Kyle was like butt-ass naked.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking like Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan, giant walking around, big blue pipe swinging everywhere, awkward.
I do love the fact, though, that they're in this future, they have this high-tech, but yet to send somebody back in time, they've got to be buck-ass naked.
Yeah, but how did... In T2, how'd they send the T-1000 back?
I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, it needed organic material, unless they're saying that the liquid metal is organic material now.
Possibly, yeah.
But we shall see.
Yeah.
But it looked good. I mean, I was like, oh, God, it's going to be like the Sarah Connor Chronicles. which had good episodes, I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, Then I watch it, that's like, ooh, ooh, this is going to kick ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never been a big Terminator fan. Unpopular opinion. I've never seen the first 3 movies, I'll be honest. I've only ever seen Salvation.
See, that's where you went wrong.
Yeah, I know.
At least watch Terminator 2.
I'll try to, yes.
That's the best one out of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course, it was done by James Cameron.
But still.
Yeah, I'll try and give it a shot. But yeah, it looks good. I have to admit, I was very intrigued by the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, you gotta love when that music hits at the end. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, well, our next trailer, well, harkens back to my childhood, and that's Jurassic World. Finally got its debut trailer, and honestly, it looks really good. Even though, if this does take place in the same world as the other movies, these people are such dumbasses.
So stupid.
I mean, the park and everything look cool. Like,
Well, yeah, that, I mean,
looks like they finally got things working.
it got things working, and then you bring in this stupid scientist. Oh,
Yep.
I genetically modified this dinosaur, combined the DNAs of this dinosaur. Now we have a new dinosaur. That's carnivorous.
Thank God always works out well.
Let's take the most violent and intelligent dinosaurs and combine them. Seriously, what the fuck were they thinking?
But hey,
I mean, personally, I would have liked it if they went with the problem that happened in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jurassic World theme park, packed to the gills, everything's working fine, and then they're hit with a surprise tsunami.
Mm-hmm.
Power goes down, animals get out.
Yeah.
Or someone goes in there, like, you know, a Greenpeace-ish type organization, and starts messing with stuff, letting out all the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they need a monster.
Of course they do.
You know, I was on board with it until that point. But I will say this, Chris Pratt and the Raptors motorcycle squad looks fucking awesome.
Yes, train velociraptors with Star-Lord.
I saw a friend, I was watching a live stream a few nights back, and someone was complaining about it. It's like, who the hell is Chris Pratt? And I just typed in, dude, that's Star-Lord. Show some respect.
Yeah, that end scene looked pretty cool. I saw a little GIF compilation video, and they had that scene with him riding on the bike with the music, Where the Hood At playing in the background. It was perfect.
Oh, God. I mean, yeah, I'm not too excited about the movie, but I'll watch it. I mean, if anything, it looks like a stupid good time.
Yeah. It looks like a good 90s movie again.
Yes. And not all 90s movies were bad.
No.
Just
It's
a
good
good-
cast,
just a-
too. I mean,
Oh,
aside
yeah.
from Star-Lord, we also got the kid from Iron Man 3's into it.
Hopefully it's the same kid.
That would be...
Oh, my God. How awesome would that be if Marvel Universe and Jurassic Park were in the same world?
And now we know how the Savage Lamb was born.
There you go. Oh, God, so it's actually Star-Lord.
End credit scene. Batista shows up as Drax. Oh, man.
God, I finally saw that movie.
You did?
It was beautiful. Tears of joy going down my face.
Alright, speaking of tears of joy going down one's face, the last trailer we have to talk about here. It was only a teaser, but... oh man, was it ever a trailer. And that's for Star Wars The Force Awakens. And right away, just want to say thank you, J.J. Abrams, because this looks like Star Wars. Not the prequel crap, but this looks like Star Wars.
Yes, it felt like the natural progression of the movie series.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest problem with the prequel movies is things looked too
Shiny.
shiny and new. All the Star Wars movies were never very shiny. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, even the cleanest, like, when they were on the hospital frigate,
Mm-hmm.
even that kind of had a little dinginess about it,
Yeah,
even though everything was,
yeah, it was like a grounded sci-fi movie.
yeah. The prequels, it was a little too, oh, God, I can't believe I'm saying this, too sci-fi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Everything was hover this and hover that, and droids everywhere, and people riding lizards and flying dragons, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
Uh,
eh.
yeah. So I guess we should take this one scene by scene, since there were very few. The very first scene, we get a shot of a desert, most likely Tatooine,
Most likely.
and we have, fuck, I forgot his name right now. Motherfucker. The guy from Attack of the Block, the stormtrooper that pops up there.
Yes. In the sequence I like to call, man, we ain't found shit. If you're a Spaceballs fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, we get the first look at him. He looks like he's distressed, maybe shot down. Somebody's after him, possibly.
Yeah, definitely a, wait a minute, those were the droids I was looking for expression on his face.
Yeah.
I had to use that meme.
But yeah, and we get the voiceover there from, it has been confirmed, it was Andy Serkis saying, something has awakened, can you feel it? Setting that,
Oh, that was, okay.
yep, it was Andy Serkis. He has confirmed that it was him.
Apparently, I read a little article. He plays a large majority of characters in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, because of his, motion capture work.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I mean, if you're going to have someone do motion capture, might as well get the best.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for Godzilla.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we have that scene. Then it transitions to fuck. What was the scene right after that?
Was it the droid?
Yes, the droid.
The little
Soccer
ball
ball.
R2-D2 thing,
Mm-hmm.
which was interesting. I don't know why that was in there, but
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the most interesting thing with that scene though wasn't the droid itself, but what was in the background. Like, did you really take notice?
It looked like Los Isleys.
Yeah, it looked like old pod racers broken down.
Yeah, which could be, a callback to the first movie. It could take place. Oh, it wasn't Los Isley they were in, was it?
Um,
Where the pod races took place, or?
I think it was.
See, that's how bad it was. We've kind of purged that important piece of
Yeah.
information from our minds.
Yep. But yeah, it looked like Broken Down Pod Racer. Some people were joking like that's JJ's little stab at the prequel, saying that they were garbage.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Then we get a scene of the stormtroopers, who look awesome.
Yes, once again, a natural progression of their style.
Mm-hmm. And their updated blaster weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they can aim now.
I'm sorry, that annoys me so much. From all such horrible shots.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then after that, we got a shot of one of the main actors in the film, playing a rebel pilot by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And that scene inside the cockpit, again, classic Star Wars.
Classic. Just straight on. You see a little bit of motion in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and you just see him just crammed in there. It doesn't look comfortable.
No. Then we got the scene of the 3 of the X-Wings going across water, and
Oh, that looked
like
beautiful.
you mentioned earlier about the old movies being a little dirty and grimy, they look dirty and grimy. They've seen some action.
Yeah, it looks like someone who has a car that hasn't washed it in a while. I mean, they love the car. It's just, it gets dirty. And I imagine just going through interstellar travel is, all the debris and stuff that's floating in space.
Hmm.
Your shit gets dirty.
Yeah.
Really dirty.
Maybe that's why they're flying so low to water to wash it off.
Watch it off.
But yeah, we had that scene. And then, of course, the big one, the forest scene.
Ooh.
With who is most likely our main villain, or one of the main villains, because we always have to remember the rule of 2.
Yep.
So yeah, we have our... Oh, go on.
Lightsaber broadsword.
Yeah.
Finally, a Sith who doesn't want to lose his hand.
Mm-hmm. And that lightsaber, it looks scary. I mean, it's not clean cut. It's
Dirty looking.
violent.
Yeah, it didn't even have the same lightsaber sound either.
No.
I mean, it looked like just something that it wouldn't cut through you, it would rip through you.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, either it's a, a powerful new crystal, or maybe it's not, exactly working properly, but yeah, it looks like a violent weapon.
Yeah.
And of course, then we have that final scene where you get the little voice first in the little black saying, "And the light." Pause. Then the music hits and we see the Millennium Falcon.
Oh.
Now, I don't know about you, but I had a grin I couldn't wipe off my face the first time I saw that.
Same here. Same here. It's been so long. Because I grew up with the Star Wars movies.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Empire Strikes Back came out, my dad actually kept me home from school that day. We stood in line 3 hours to see one of the premiere, on the day, opening day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was before they did midnight showings.
Yeah.
We kind of got in trouble because there's a news crew there,
Mm-hmm.
and they saw us on TV. But it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, so excited about this.
Yeah. Yeah, just goosebumps even now talking about it.
It looked good. It looked like a Star Wars movie should.
Yep.
And I just can't wait to see everybody back. I can't wait to see Han Solo back. I can't wait to see Chewbacca, Princess Leia, Jedi Master Skywalker.
Mm-hmm. Hell, even C-3PO. Can't wait to see him back.
Oh, yeah. Just a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and hopefully not as whiny.
Yeah. Now, that was the thing about this trailer. The only character we got to see pretty much was the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The Millennium Falcon itself is a character.
Mm-hmm. With a new radar dish that finally got replaced.
Well, it's been 30 years. I should hope it got replaced. Hopefully Londo paid for it.
I was just about to say that.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2016?
No, we got a year. It's December 18th, 2015.
Oh. It's going to be a long year.
Yeah. Oh well. Just remember, we have Ultron and Ant-Man.
Oh, God. Yes. So much...
And don't forget, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is there too.
Why? Is it getting... At least tell me it's direct to DVD.
I have no idea.
Oh, wait, it could get better. Jingle All the Way 2, starring Larry the Cable Guy. And Santino Marella for some reason.
That's probably going to be my only reason to even consider watching that movie, just because Santino is funny.
Which is... No, I watched the trailer. They show a clip of him for 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Just standing there like, whoa.
Okay.
And I'm just like, what? WWE, what the fuck are you doing? You're pushing Larry the Cable Guy, but not Santino? The greatest intercontinental champion we've ever had since the Honky Tonk Man? I mean, come on.
Oh, man. But anyways, that does it for trailer talk. Some great movies. Hopefully it won't be too long before we get a full trailer for Star Wars to talk about. But until then...
See what plot they're going with.
Yeah, that's the thing. We only got a taster. We really have no idea what the story is yet.
Yeah, if anything, this was more of a concept trailer.
Mm-hmm. Just enough to wet your whistle and remind you, yeah, this is happening.
Yeah, remember us? Disney owns us too!
Mm-hmm.
And we got all the same amount of money!
And we have the guy that rebooted Star Trek. But no lens flare.
No, I don't know. It could still happen.
Yeah, it's true. Anyways, that does it for trailer talk. It's time to move on into our news stories. And we only have 2 stories here this week. I'll take the first one because I'm pretty sure I'm more excited about this one than you are.
You would be correct.
That's Ni no Kunai developer, Level 5, are working on a PlayStation 4 title. And it's going to be revealed at E3 of next year. I'm so excited. Now, kind of hope that it's Ni no Kunai 2, but at the same time, part of me is really hoping for a return to the Dark Cloud series. That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Or even a new title in the Rogue Galaxy series.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was pretty damn cool, so... That's our one gaming news of the week. And you have our one movie news of the week.
Yeah, well, we talked about it a few podcasts ago. It's a little movie being put out by Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. A group you might have heard of called Suicide Squad. I mean, we were talking about, actually this ties in perfectly. We were talking about, casting. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of rumors at the time. Well, the confirmed list has come out.
Yep. And holy shit.
Yeah, this is a power cast. They... Hit yourselves. Mm-hmm. From the bottom to the top.
Yep. Best way to do it.
Cara Delevingne as Enchantress.
Mm-hmm. No idea who the actress is or the character for that matter.
Yeah, I think Enchantress, and I automatically think Marvel.
Yeah.
But I doubt very much that's her.
No, it's not. She's a sorcerer, though, from what I heard the IGN people talking about it.
Jai Courtney as Boomerang.
A.K.A. Captain Boomerang.
Yep.
That's an interesting casting. The guy was okay as Jesus.
Trying to think of something he's been in.
Yeah, Die Hard, the latest one. He played John McClane's son.
Oh, yeah. He's also Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
He's Kyle Reese.
Yeah. So he's playing Boomerang.
I can see it.
Yep. Though, I have to say, Captain Boomerang, I wish they would have used the same actor they used for the latest episode of Arrow, because that guy was awesome.
But unfortunately, separate universes.
Yeah. Alright, continue.
Margaret Robbie as Harley Quinn. And I'm looking at some pictures of her right now, and hell's yes.
Mm-hmm. She's got the voice for it, too. Just watch The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She was in that.
Mm-hmm.
Very beautiful woman.
Yep.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Slightly disappointed with this one because of the character he's playing.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy as Rick Flag.
Whoop.
They should have brought him in as fucking Bane.
No.
Well, he's already played Bane. Just give him a mask. Natural power.
Yeah. I think he would have been a better fit for Captain Boomerang.
Well, he's Australian, so
Yeah. Exactly.
it makes sense. But this is kind of a big one here. Will Smith is Deadshot,
Yeah.
which means he's probably going to be the leader of the group.
uh,
He's that way. He's that way in the comic books, right?
No.
The field commander. Because I know Amanda Waller is pretty much the leader of the group, but
yeah. I think he is now. I do know that history in the comic books, Rick Flag was the leader previously.
mm-hmm.
So the people on the guys on IGN, Jim Vivida and I think it was Chris Carl, were talking about it, saying that possibly Tom Hardy will start off as the leader of the group, but say, this is the Suicide Squad, so somebody's going to die.
Oh yeah.
So he'll probably die at some point in the movie, and then Deadshot has to take over.
I'd believe it. Because there was a rumor that they were trying to get Oprah Winfrey to play Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
And if they could have pulled that off, dear God, she would have been perfect.
Though, I don't know about that. I just see her giving everybody a new car at the end of the movie.
Well, no, just think about it. Because people forget that Oprah Winfrey was an actress.
Mm-hmm.
And a very good one, too, especially when it came to, dramas.
That's true. That's true.
So if they can land her, then hell yeah.
Yep. But yeah, Will Smith as Deadshot. That's a really interesting casting.
Yeah. And I'm excited about it. Because despite, his recent flops...
Yeah, he needs a movie to get back on track, and this will probably help him.
Definitely. A movie where he doesn't have a bunch of input.
Mm-hmm. And he can use his charisma, because Deadshot is a charismatic guy.
Very.
Let's just hope that Jaden Smith isn't going to play his daughter.
I'd be down for that. I'm sorry, I like the Karate Kid reboot, even though it had nothing to do with karate. I thought it was a cute movie. I enjoyed it. But now for the big one. Jared Leto as the Joker.
I will say this, first and foremost. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for not, pushing Joker to the side.
Yeah, because honestly, it'd be very hard for them to do that with this movie.
Mm-hmm. Now, the real question here, though, is the Joker going to be a part of the squad, or is he going to be the one the squad's going after?
Ooh, that'd be good. Oh, God, that'd be so good.
Because I can't see the Joker being a member of the team.
No, he couldn't. There's no way he could. And it makes sense for, Harley Quinn to be on the team, too.
Yep.
Given their sordid history. But I'm looking at him now. I mean, a lot of his pictures, he's kind of a clean-cut, pretty boy. But then again, so is Heath Ledger. And we all remember that performance.
Yeah. And I think Leto can give us a Joker more akin to the comic version.
Yeah, instead of the completely... I'm just a madman who wants to destroy things for the sake of destroying things. The Joker in the comic books, he always had a point.
Yep.
There was, the punchline to his joke.
He always had a plan.
He just didn't want to watch the world burn. Not saying that's bad for the Joker, but for this movie, you need the classic Joker. You need the bleached skin, actually knows Batman.
Yep.
Oh, God. Are they actually going to reference Batman and Superman in this?
Well, it takes place in the same universe.
That it does. That it does.
Because they're also talking about Jesse Eisenberg possibly making a cameo in this movie as Lex Luthor.
Ooh. Please, DC, do it. Do it. Do it. I know you're trying to play catch-up right now, but for the love of God, Marvel laid out the plan. You just have to follow it.
Yep.
And you'll be making so much fucking money.
So yeah, they're definitely going all in for this movie.
And they should just go all in for it. You know, make it crazy and over the top and just don't make it real.
Hmm.
Because that is the worst thing to do to a superhero movie.
Yep.
Be as true to the source material as you can. Don't make it gritty and real.
Mm.
Because we don't want gritty and real. We want people in tights punching each other.
Yes, yes we do. Alright, so,
Oh.
well, let's, go to our other two, casting newses. Yes, there are actually two now, because there's another one that just got confirmed. Well, first, as we mentioned earlier, Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be playing Doctor Strange, so,
Right? That's right.
that's going to be exciting. I am so happy with that. Because if there's an actor who can, portray spells being, serious, it's going to be that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And,
And if he can pull off Khan, this should be no problem for him.
yep. And arguably, man, like, having Cumberbatch in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that's a big deal. That's a big land right there.
Oh, yeah, because he's like one of the hottest properties there is right now. I mean, don't mean to demean him by making him sound like, something to be owned, but acting-wise, it's true.
Yep. So, yeah, picture this now when Avengers Infinity War rolls around. Him, Robert Downey Jr., and Rocket Raccoon all together in one place.
Oh, God. Or better yet, all three of them picking on Drax.
Okay,
Or drink for my rodent friend.
okay, and maybe I said it was 100% confirmed a little too quickly, but something
Uh-oh.
that you sent me earlier. Apparently, Fox is closing a deal with Ryan Reynolds to return as Deadpool.
Thank God.
So yeah, Variety is reporting that it's very, very close at the moment.
Just give them, take all this money, take their money, just take it, do it. You know you want to do it, just do it.
Hmm.
I'm starting to feel like Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore. Just get in the hole. You know it's your home. Just do it. You were born to play this part. You want to do it. The fans want it. And when they see that big opening weekend payoff, they'll go. Just do it.
Yep. Yep. He couldn't play Green Lantern. He was alright as Green Lantern, but yeah, Deadpool is the role he was born to play, so.
Well, originally, wasn't he cast for Wally West in the Flash movie?
Maybe?
That was a rumor for a while there. Then he landed Green Lantern.
Okay. Yeah, I could have seen him as Flash.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much Deadpool without breaking the fourth wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, smart ass, kind of a nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, should we get to the meat and potatoes?
We shall, we shall. And of course, folks, we are talking about the Game Awards. No, we don't mean Spike's Video Game Awards, and we don't mean the VGXs. Even Jeff Keighley has said fuck you to them and has gone off to do his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this year we do have the Game Awards coming out tomorrow night. And we've got 16 different categories here.
Oh, man, and they're good categories, too.
They are actually really good. So we are going...
Start at the bottom?
Yep. So, best online experience. And you know what? I'm going to keep track of who we pick here so that we can see maybe who wins out here on predictions, if either of us do. So, best online experience. Why don't you go over the nominees?
Nominees are Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Dark Souls 2, Destiny, Hearthstone, and Titanfall.
So, shooter, card game, shooter, Dark Souls.
And fucking Dark Souls. See, that'd be my pick right off the bat, but I've played the online stuff. It's a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
And the shooters, well, fuck them. My pick is Hearthstone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Surprised you, didn't I?
yeah, you did, yeah. As much as I would love for it to be Dark Souls 2, because I do believe, even though your complaints about the online are valid, it was unique. It's different. But
It's just, it should have given you the option to online, like, give you, like, a legit co-op, where you and a friend start the game together and just go instead of, having to buy an item so you can summon your friend and all this pain and the fucking random invasions
Yep.
by people with laggy connections. You can't connect with them
Yep.
strike-wise. It's and they know you can't do that, so they take advantage of it. I can only get killed by a 12-year-old dressed like a, butterfly geisha so many times.
Well, my pick for this one is going to be, as much as I hate it to say it, Destiny. I think Destiny's going to win out on this one.
Oh yeah, that's right. You played it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, moving on to our next category, we have Best Sports/Racing Game. And the nominees for this one are FIFA 15, Forza Horizon 2, Mario Kart 8, NBA 2K15, and Trials Fusion.
Ooh.
This is actually a really tough one.
Yeah. In my mind, it's a three-way tie.
Okay.
FIFA 15, simply because, it's a very hugely popular game.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8, once again, hugely popular. And Trials Fusion.
Okay.
The little indie game that could.
Yeah. Yeah, another Ubisoft game that actually worked this year.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick one, which one would it be? You gotta pick one.
Just one. Mario Kart 8. Because it's fucking Mario Kart. That's why.
Yeah, I actually gotta agree with you on this one, so both of us got Mario Kart for this.
Yep. And our next one, Best Family Game.
Can we go with Mario Kart again?
I don't know. It's on the list.
Alright, go over the nominees.
Disney Infinity 2.0. Fantasia Music Evolved. Mario Kart 8. Skylanders Trap Team. And Tamagotchi Life. I want Mario Kart 8.
Alright, since you're going with Mario Kart 8, I'm going to go against that. And I'm going to say, well, my second pick for this would probably be Disney Infinity 2.0.
Okay. I can see that. My only problem with that is it's kind of gimmicky. You got to buy the peripherals,
Yeah.
the figures. That's the only downside to that. But, as for a family...
But they did have Mario. Not Mario. They do have Marvel stuff this time around, so...
True. But that's my only complaint about it, is that you have to buy extra stuff to play the game.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Alright, so let's move on to our next category, and that is Best Fighting Game. And the
Ooh.
nominees for this are Killer Instinct Season 2, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, Super Smash Bros. 3DS, Super Smash Bros. Wii U, and Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Ooh.
This is tough. Though,
This is.
I really want to argue, why is Street Fighter on here?
Yeah, the last one really wasn't that good.
I mean, it's still Street Fighter 4. It came out years ago.
Yeah.
Just because they put Ultra at the beginning of it doesn't make it a
And
new game.
my complaint is, why is Smash Bros. On there twice?
Well, there were 2 versions of it.
Yeah, but it's still the same game.
Kind of.
Says the guy who doesn't have a 3DS or a Wii U.
There's different modes, that's about it.
Yeah, okay. But
Right.
From a fighting game purist, Killer Instinct, the newer one, has been phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
The Persona series has always been a great, not only fighting game, but the stories.
Yep.
The storylines in the games are just, uplifting and heartbreaking at the same time.
Indeed.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a really tough one.
I don't know. I honestly cannot pick one.
Time to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, then.
Okay. Persona. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
Okay. My pick is going to be Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Surprise, surprise, right?
Surprise, surprise.
The game is just so good this year, so yeah. It's one of my favorite games this year. Okay, so moving onwards, you have our next one.
Best role-playing game. Ooh.
Yeah, this is going to be easy.
I'm looking at the list. Bravely Default. Dark Souls 2. Divinity. Dragon Age Inquisition. South Park, The Stick of Truth. Oh,
So many good games here.
I know. It's... I'm trying... Stick of Truth is by far the purest role-playing game on this list.
It really is.
It is so classic, and the fact that it's just kids dressed up doing this shit makes it even better.
Mm-hmm.
You know...
Plus, you can play as a Jew.
Ouch. But at the same time, I've played Dark Souls 2, and it's so good, even though it pisses me off so much. Like, needless to say, as soon as I get some extra money, I'm getting the DLC for it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's painfully hard. Dragon Age Inquisition, from what I've seen of it, is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Age has always been, fun games. And to me, that's always been more important. Bravely Default, I've heard so much good stuff about it.
Yep.
Divinity, I really haven't heard much about it because everything else kind of overshadowed it this year.
Mm-hmm. From what I have heard, Divinity was an excellent game.
It's not an easy choice.
No.
And I feel really bad for the judges.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to say it's Stick of Truth.
Okay. Yeah. I've got to go with Stick of Truth as well. Like, almost a biased opinion onto it, but I honestly believe it deserves this award because it was that good this year.
Because it got it. It got the whole point of role-playing games.
Yep. It was a great role-playing game. It's arguably the best licensed game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we all know South Park has put out some really bad games in the past,
Yep.
but they've learned.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, this is not going to be easy.
None of these are. Okay, so our next category is Best Action/Adventure Game. And the ones on this list are Alien Isolation, Assassin's Creed Broken Unity, Bayonetta 2, Shadow of Mordor, and Sunset Overdrive. This is hard.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Personally, for the two that I've played on this list, Bayonetta 2 and Shadow of Mordor, these two games were absolutely fantastic. I need to finish both of them, but I've been enjoying both of them so much. Shadow of Mordor has felt like the first true next-gen game that I've played, and Bayonetta 2, it showed like just how great the Wii U is, because the game looks beautiful, it runs beautiful, the story's great, the combat's so smooth and feels good. So, yeah, it's down to a choice between those two for me. Overall, I think I gotta go with... I'd like to say Bayonetta 2. Yeah, I'm gonna say Bayonetta 2. Just because it has been getting, like, better ratings, I think, than Shadow of Mordor did. So, yeah, Bayonetta 2. That's my pick.
Funny enough, that's my pick too. I've watched, I don't have a next-gen system yet, but I've watched playthroughs of both Shadow of Mordor, of pretty much all these games.
Yeah.
I mean, in Isolation, beautiful game, but there's not really much to it.
No.
So it doesn't really count as an action game to me.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed Unity, they should have waited at least another 6 months.
Yeah.
But, they had to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
We got to have 5 Assassin's Creed titles every year.
Yeah, God forbid if we don't.
Shadow of Mordor, although beautiful, it kind of got repetitive.
Yeah.
Stab, kill, repeat. Oh, get the war chief now. Sunset Overdrive, although entertaining, just kind of reminded me more of Saints Row. Mm-hmm. Honestly, to me, it felt like DLC for Saints Row.
Yeah.
But, Bayonetta, no, I'm not saying this because it's a hot chick, but it's entertaining on every level.
Yeah.
The dialogue is snappy, the gameplay is quick and smooth, and the story just grabs a hold of you and will not let you go.
Yep.
Which, you need for a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it brings back, what games should be all about. Fun and enjoyment.
Exactly.
All right, you've got our next category.
Best shooter.
I wonder what's on this list.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Destiny, Far Cry 4, Titanfall, Wolfenstein, The New Order. Without a moment of hesitation, Wolfenstein, The New Order.
I've been tempted to pick that up this week, actually. It's on sale for $30 right now.
I've watched a playthrough with on one of my other favorite channels, Super Best Friends, and one of the guys there, he's kind of always a smart-ass, cynical guy during playthroughs. Mm-hmm. There's moments in this game where he was rendered speechless.
Really?
Like, it's kind of spoiler stuff. But let's just say there's a section there where a main character is helping the hero, drops him off at a location, and it's like, okay, it was nice meeting you, sir. Get through this alive. And as the guy drives off, he turns and drives his car directly into a Nazi barracks and suicide bombs it.
Oh, Jesus.
And plus, at the end, every time Matt from Super Best Friends goes to talk about the game, he gets very serious.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I forget, what's the main character's name? Something Kowalski?
Yep. Something like that.
Yeah, some generic name, but he's like, no, you don't understand. This guy is a fucking hero.
Wow.
And, just someone who's been playing games and, works on game testing and game development says that about a game. That says something right there,
Yeah.
So, yeah, if it could turn a cynical game player into, like, no, this guy's a fucking hero, this Wolfenstein The New Order.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to say that one too, but just to be different, I'm going to go with...
If you say Call of Duty, I'll stab you with a broken beer bottle.
Far Cry 4.
Okay.
Just because I've heard so many good things. And I fear the broken beer bottle.
I'm sorry, it's a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
What's their big get this time? Oh, we've added mech exoskeletons, so you turned it into Halo.
Nah, they turned it into Titanfall.
No, that's going to be the next one.
Hey, if they include giant mechs into Call of Duty, I'd be kind of interested. But they need the anime flavoring to it as well.
Just a girl with an obscenely huge rack.
Call of Duty, pre-purchased.
Gives you one of those Japanese mouse pads. The one. It's a wrist comforter. No! Don't even lie. But I'm kind of jelly at the next section.
Oh, yeah. This is actually a really good category. I am so glad that they've included this. And that is Best Remaster. And the nominees for this are Grand Theft Auto 5, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, The Last of Us Remastered, the Master Chief Collection, and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. So, damn!
Yeah. Yeah.
So, this is a tough one.
Holy shinks.
Let's see. We've got GTA 5, which I'm probably going to be picking up very soon, just because I'm so tempted.
It's fun. It's fun.
I've played the PS3 version, but...
Oh, yeah. But you gotta have that first-person mode.
Yeah. And all the new animals and whatnot. Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I've been playing that, and honestly, it's so nice to be back in that region again, and just that everything's been updated, it's so nice. It is actually so nice. The Last of Us Remastered.
Oh, God.
Favorite game of last year, and I haven't played much of the remastered version. I did buy it, but yeah, they did a fantastic job of upping it for the PlayStation 4. The Master Chief Collection, even though I have no interest in Halo whatsoever, but the sheer fact that they have 4 games here into one, that's incredible.
Yeah, last year it was only 3 games.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, one of my favorite games of last year, and yeah, it looked pretty good on the upscale version.
That it did.
So, I think for this one, I want to say The Last of Us Remastered, but I think Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to get it, just because not only did they up the graphics and whatnot, but they included new modes and new gameplay elements, new secrets. So yeah, I think GTA 5's got this one.
Yeah, I think it will win too, but if I was voting Last of Us, because I didn't even play it and that game touched me, you know?
Mm-hmm. Alright, so The Last of Us for you. Alright, so you've got our next category.
All right, so I guess games for change? I'm not sure what this category is supposed to be, but
I think this is like probably storytelling and just different, like unique experiences.
yeah, I think so. Um, Starting off with a game I never heard anything about, Mountain.
99 cents on the Humble Store.
Wow.
You play as a mountain. You watch stuff fly by. I'm not kidding.
Okay. Never Alone.
Mm-hmm. Heard good things about that. Been tempted to pick it up.
Last of Us, Left Behind. More feels,
Mm-hmm. A lot more feels.
and it gets even more feelier. This War of Mine
Mm.
and Valiant Hearts, The Great War.
Oh god, I still remember the trailer for that.
I watched a complete playthrough.
Oh yeah? I
With
haven't just because I want to play it.
the person who did it set it up so the last episode would actually go up the last day on the remembrance of the last day of the World War One,
Mm-hmm.
the anniversary of it,
Yeah.
and oh my god, the ups and downs of that game. If we're going off emotions here, that would be it flat out.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. God, I'm sorry. I just thinking about it. Just I mean, what I've seen of War of Mine, it looks like pretty much the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but in a more modern setting. Which the fact that there's children involved in a lot of the stories, and
Mm.
Last of Us Left Behind, that was hard. It was a hard sit through.
Yeah.
Never Alone, can't really say anything about it. I don't know much about it. Same with Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's more to Mountain than just sitting there
Um,
watching stuff
just
go
look up
by.
Jim Sterling's playthrough of it.
Oh,
You'll see.
I'll pass. It's Jim Sterling. You forget, I don't like Jim Sterling.
Fair enough.
The fact that me and him share the same name enrages me. But yeah, my pick would be Valiant Hearts.
Okay. Um, Going off the fact that it's the only one I've really played through. I have played Mountain. I do own that. But after playing through, I have to go with The Last of Us Left Behind for my choice. Just because that was a powerful experience for me.
Yeah. I mean, that good storytelling should be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, the next category.
Yep.
Oh,
We have Best Performance. And the nominees are Adam Harrington as Bigby Wolf, the Wolf Among Us. Kevin Spacey as Jonathan Irons, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Melissa Hutchinson as Clementine, The Walking Dead. Trey Parker as various voices, South Park, The Stick of Truth. And I'm surprised he's not nominated every nominee in this category because he is in everything this year. Troy Baker as Talion, Middle of Earth, Shadow of Mordor.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, those evil bastards.
I can't speak about the Kevin Spacey one because I haven't seen anything on the Call of Duty story, so...
I've watched a few playthroughs, and it's Kevin Spacey.
Mm-hmm.
What more do you need to know?
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, the other choices here, though. Adam was perfect in The Wolf Among Us.
Uh-huh.
Melissa was just fantastic as Clementine again. Trey Parker is Trey Parker.
Trey, that Trey.
And Troy Baker is, yeah, excellent as always. Yeah, this is tough. This is actually really tough, but
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with the only female here on the list, Melissa Hutchinson.
She's my choice, too. I mean, with Adam as a very close second.
Yeah.
Thanks to our friend JesterCarr's playthrough of Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead Season 2.
Mhm.
It's just, wow.
Yeah.
Telltale really knows how to put a game together.
Yep.
Once again, it's all about the emotions.
Mhm.
You know, in Wolf Among Us, when you're watching Bigby get angry, you understand why he's angry.
Mm.
You understand why, you know, how hard it is for him to stay in control.
Mhm.
And, you know, Clementine, oh, God.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, it makes it even worse that roughly Clementine and my daughter are about the same age.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's about, what, 12, 13 by now?
Yeah, I think she was 12 in the game.
Yeah, you know, she's at that, you know, early teens. And my daughter's 13 years old, and sometimes I see a little bit of my daughter in Clementine, personality-wise.
Mhm.
You know, like when she's really serious, because my
Yeah.
dog can be scary sometimes. I'm not going to lie. She's smart. She's very, very smart.
Mhm.
Smarter than me sometimes. But I know her weaknesses, so I'm safe. But, yeah, definitely Melissa Hutchinson.
Okay. All right, so on to the next one.
Best score. This is not going to get easier.
Yeah, it's getting more difficult by the moment.
Oh, my God. We had Alien Isolation, Child of Light, Destiny, Sunset Overdrive, and Transistor.
All games with phenomenal soundtracks.
I am going to have to go with Destiny on this one.
Okay.
Simply because the soundtrack fit every situation that I've seen in the game perfectly.
Mhm. Yeah, the music was about one of the only good things about Destiny, to be honest.
Yeah, notice Peter Dinklage wasn't in the last one?
Um, as for my choice, I'm going to have to go with. I gotta be different on this one, so I'm gonna go with the little indie darling here, Child of Light. Just because what I have played of that game, the soundtrack was really good. Really good. Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was gonna say, things getting easier, nope. Uh,
No.
Next category, Best Narrative. And we have South Park, The Stick of Truth, The Walking Dead, Season 2, The Wolf Among Us, Valiant Hearts, The Great War, and Wolfenstein, The New Order.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, give us two Telltale games to choose from here. Bravo!
You evil bastards.
Yeah, jeez. The
Okay.
Walking Dead Season 2.
I was going to say, let's just skip the Telltale games. Because that's not fair.
Okay, if we have to block out those two, well, just from my experience alone, I've got to go with South Park. Just because I haven't played the other two.
Understandable. Understandable. I'd have to go again with Valiant Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But out of the two Walking Deads, two Walking Deads. Out of the two Telltale games, Walking Dead. It's just more emotional.
Yeah. And even depending on whatever ending you got, it was powerful.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god. This one, for me, I don't think it's going to be that hard.
Really?
Yeah, well, I don't have any handheld devices.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So to me, it's just like, it's like, oh, I haven't seen this movie, haven't seen this movie, haven't seen this movie. So, best mobile/handheld game. Bravely Default. Hearthstone. Monument Valley. Super Smash Bros. 3DS. And Threes. Gotta go with Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. Okay.
Simply because it's a fighting game and it's handheld, which means you can connect with anybody.
Yep, and the version works. I mean, it worked flawlessly.
Well, it's Nintendo.
Except that with 4 players, it was kind of hard to see on a normal 3DS.
I can imagine. I can honestly imagine.
Yeah. My choice, I'm going to have to go with Hearthstone on this one.
Okay.
Just because, it's been one of the absolute most popular games this year. And, it's different, and I think it already has, like, as large of an install base as WoW, or close to it.
I'd believe it.
So yeah, my pick is Hearthstone. Alright, so, oh, fuck. The next category.
Good game.
Best Independent Game. We have Broken Age, Act 1, which I have but haven't played yet. Should really do that before the end of the year.
Yes, you should.
Monument Valley, Shovel Knight, Transistor, and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. This is a tough one, but there's only one here that I've really played a little bit of, which I really need to get back to. Probably going to buy it again on the Wii U, and that's Shovel Knight. Because that game is good. The music alone makes that game so good.
For me, it is a toss-up between Shovel Knight and The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Oh, yeah?
I'm surprised Vanishing of Ethan Carter was not on the narrative section. Because it is such a great murder mystery with supernatural and sinister undertones.
Yeah, it's got a Lovecraft vibe, doesn't it?
Very. Oh my god, does it. I mean, but like you, I gotta go with Shovel Knight.
Yay!
Because that game is, from what I can tell, as fun to watch as it is to play. And that sells me big time on games.
Okay, well.
That and I kind of donated to them.
Nice. All right.
Oh, Jesus. Why? Why? Developer of the Year.
Yep. I laugh at the last one here.
Really? Really?
Go through the list.
Okay, going through the list. Blizzard. Monolith. Nintendo. Telltale. And Why? I'm sorry, Ubisoft Montreal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that one should not be there. You know who should be on this list? Platinum Games.
Yes.
Yes. Bayonetta.
Yeah. But arguably, you can say Nintendo.
A little game called, what was it? The Fabulous 101. I watched a playthrough, and oh my god, this game is so hype. Just the tutorial level alone was mind blowing.
I really need to pick that up. I saw it for $20, but I never got it.
It's worth it. Worth every cent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I gotta pick one.
Yep.
Either Blizzard or Nintendo.
Mm.
I gotta go with Nintendo.
Wow.
I don't get me wrong. I love Blizzard. I love a lot of their games, but Nintendo just they may take a while to put out games, but when they do, dear God, they feel good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, you don't feel like you're wasting time. You don't feel like you're losing time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You get your money's worth.
Oh, easily. So that's my pick of developer of the year, Nintendo.
Okay. And they've had a hell of a year. That's for damn sure.
Oh God! After all the podcasts where we just bash on them,
Yep.
they were like, shut up, X. Shut up, James. Here, you happy now? You happy?
They definitely proved us wrong. Like, start of the year, we were bashing on them, but
Now that the
E3
year's
onwards,
over-
it was...
Yeah, it's just like, oh my
praise.
God, stop. Oh dear, stop.
Yeah,
It doesn't
fuck.
bend that way. Stop.
Yeah, fuck, they got me to buy a Wii U this year, so...
Yeah, if I had the money, I'd probably pick one up.
Oh, yeah. For me, it's a toss-up between Nintendo and Telltale. But, yeah, like you, I gotta go with Nintendo. They proved this year that they still got it, and that they are worthy of being one of the main three.
Yes. That and the fact that they've been making video games for how long?
1985?
Yeah. Well, even before then, they were doing card games.
Yep.
So,
Alright. Alright, I'm stuck with the big one. And that's Game of the Year. Which there's no Danganronpa on here, so what the fuck are you doing, Video Game Awards?
I'd also like to say that there's no first-person shooter on here.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a sign, that the Game Awards are going to be good.
Yeah, and they're not being sponsored by Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, even though it is Jeff Keighley doing it.
Yeah. Sometimes you do things for money you're not proud of.
Yeah. Anyways, the nominees for Game of the Year include Bayonetta 2. I'm not even going to ask what that thumping sound was. Moving on.
Just a cat attacking my cord.
Dark Souls 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, Hearthstone, and Shadow of Mordor.
Notice Fantasy has a huge presence on this list.
Yeah, they're all fantasy games.
Yeah. I mean, the closest one to, remotely close to a shooter is Bayonetta 2.
Yep.
That's probably because she uses guns.
Yeah. Yeah, who would have thought we had a card game in for Game of the Year, Hearthstone? That's incredible.
Yeah.
Dragon Age, I can't really speak on that one. It's the only one I
It's
really
still
haven't looked into.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's still too new.
Yeah.
I mean, it just came out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, oh boy, this is a real toss-up here between Bayonetta, Dark Souls 2, and Shadow of Mordor for me. But I gotta go with it again. Bayonetta 2. I think this is the year, that a game like Bayonetta 2 can actually stand out and win.
I agree with you. Full-heartedly.
Yeah, as much as I enjoyed Dark Souls 2. It had its issues and whatnot.
Hmm.
As we said, Dragon Age is a little too new. Plus, eh, it's been done, I guess.
Yeah.
Hearthstone, it's unique and different, but I don't think it's deserving of Game of the Year.
Not many people, I don't know a lot of people that played the game.
Mm. I know that it's insanely popular, and I know that,
Yeah.
it's a good balanced game and whatnot.
But when
And
you get down to it, it's just a card game.
hmm and Shadow of Mordor, as much as I've enjoyed it, and much as I consider it to be like the first true next-gen game, again, like you said earlier, it's a bit repetitive at times. But that repetitiveness is actually really fun. Don't get me wrong.
Sure, sure. Oh, trust me, I play Dark Souls too. I understand that.
But again, I don't think it's breaking any new ground really, except for the Nemesis system. That was just
Oh,
mind-blowingly awesome.
yeah, that's brilliant.
But yeah, Bayonetta 2 though, again, goes back to that classic formula of games being fun all around, and that's
Yeah,
something that deserves to be Game of the Year.
it does. It does. Full-hearted, 100%, 115%. Yes.
So yeah, there we go. That is the nominees. There's also a fan choice on the go
Oh,
that you can go and vote.
no.
But I do believe you can actually see who's winning these. Thought you could anyway.
Right now, best vote for best fan creation is the Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Yes.
And the third one is, number 2 is Luigi's Death Stare. And number 3 is my personal favorite, which should be up higher,
Mhm.
best Zelda rap ever, which is done by one of my favorite bands, Starbomb.
Okay.
Give it a listen to. You won't regret it. It might scar you mentally, but you won't regret it.
Gotta agree with Twitch Plays Pokemon. Uh, Trending Gamer. Uh, I'm not sure if these are actually like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe I've seen these like this before, so this might not be the actual leaders that they're in.
Ah, okay.
But for Trending Gamer,
Rankings are real-time based on number of fan votes.
okay. Well, if they are, I am absolutely happy that number 1 here is Total Biscuit.
Yeah,
Then we have Jess Gersman from Total Bomb.
yeah.
Uh, PewDiePie is there.
Everyone's favorite weed. I can't hate on the guy. He knows what he's doing.
Mm. Um, yeah, can't really pick out the names on the other two. They're small.
Evan and Stampy. Oh,
Yeah,
Stamp.
I have no idea who those two are. But
I,
yeah,
I, I think Stampy's from Smosh.
okay.
I'm not a fan of Smosh.
I only like their Honest Game trailers because they're done by the other guys anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Total Biscuit is winning this, I am so happy for that because that guy is awesome and deserves this.
He does. He has worked so hard.
Hmm.
And his co-optional podcasts are fucking hilarious.
Yep. All right. Then there's the esports team of the year.
What?
Apparently the leader right now is Ninjas in Pajamas.
That is a beautiful name. Damn. Followed by Evil Geniuses.
Hmm.
And then followed by Samsung White. Really?
I won't make the racist joke there, but there's one there.
They're Korean.
Oh, shit. Then we have the esports player of the year. Again, never heard of any of these people. Matt Nadishat Hang is currently winning. And then we have most anticipated game, which right now the ones we have are number 1, The Witcher 3, Number 2, Batman Arkham Knight. Number 3, Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Number 4, Evolve. And number 5, Bloodborne.
Yes.
Now, we know who's winning this here, but if I had to pick one out of this list for my most anticipated, I gotta go with Batman. Sorry, Uncharted, but I gotta go with the Batman.
Yeah, because we've actually seen some gameplay footage of it.
I'm sure as soon as we see more of Uncharted, I'll just be like Randy Marsh, you know, in that one episode of South Park where they had to go east for the internet, or west for the internet.
Yeah.
You know the scene I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
But yeah, The Witcher 3, I am excited for that as well. Evolve, no. Bloodborne, yes. Very much yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but Evolved, it was like, yes, you can do this, and you actually watch it, and it's like,
Not only watch it, I played it, and nah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay.
It's a one-trick pony. And it's also a loading simulator if you're trying to play with other people. Seriously, I tried to play with a friend of mine named Brack, and we were waiting 20 minutes to try and get into a game. The game actually booted us because we were inactive. Just because we were waiting. We couldn't do anything else.
Oh, that's just bad.
Yeah. Granted, it is an alpha, but come on. So yeah, most anticipated Batman, definitely. And
yeah,
that's the Game Award nominees.
That went smoother than I thought it would.
Yeah. All right, so we are going long on time once again.
We usually do. Do.
Well, we just have so much fun. That's all.
Yeah, that we do.
All right, so it's time for our been playing, been watching, and probably haven't been reading anything section.
Ugh.
All right, been playing. What's your list this week?
Dark Souls 2. Followed by, guess what? Battlefield 4.
What?
Yeah, the latest expansion came out, Final Stand, and some of the issues kind of came back, but a lot of the forums are like, go back, delete some of the older updates, and it should take care of the issues, and it did.
Okay.
So it is fun. Cool. Still frustrating at times when you get shot by someone through a wall.
I can imagine.
And they shoot you, and then they show you the perspective where the person shot you from, and you're like, there's no clear shot. How the hell did he shoot me?
He curved bullet.
Curved bullet, just like fucking wanted. But like I said, Dark Souls 2, I'm hoping that this payday I'll have enough left over so I can get the full expansions. Mm-hmm. That's the Ivory Crown, the Sunken King, and what's the third one? No, it's Iron King, then the Sunken Crown. Okay, yeah. But yeah, so just so I can torture myself even more. That's what I've been playing. How about you?
Well, my list consists of a lot of Nintendo, Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U, which, so good. And let me say this, 8-player Smash is insane.
It can go up to 8 players now?
It can go up to 8 players now. Pure chaos. But still awesome. And the temple map actually makes sense now, because it's large enough for 8 players.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so good. I still haven't unlocked everybody yet. I've tested around with amiibos a little bit, using Fox. Pretty cool. So, the amiibos, they're like automatic fighters when you put them into the game, so you can either fight alongside of them or fight against them. Currently, Fox is level 13 for me, so it's been difficult already. I am dreading when he reaches level 50 what chaos he can pull out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the different modes in the game are pretty cool. The Mario Party style thing's actually kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall I'm really satisfied with the game, and it looks good. I mean, it looks so beautiful. And the other Nintendo game I've been playing is Pokemon Omega Ruby. I've only done a little bit so far. I've only gotten up to the contest place, so after 2 badges and that, haven't done much, but I'm enjoying it. Just another flashback to memory lane. I've heard the story expands out a bit further in the remastered version, so looking forward to what twists and turns are coming for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the other game I've been playing is WWE 2K15, which has been enjoyable. I
I,
have enjoyed it.
I can tell from the videos you posted.
Yeah.
I can tell you, as a former referee, there's been plenty of times I wanted to body slam the guys in the ring.
Yeah, like when my character got from the mat, he just came over to me. I was like, okay, he's just going to like do that little, animation thing where he's like just grabs you and like points to the ropes or something, and your character automatically walks in. Nope, body slam. It's like, what the hell? But yeah, I've been playing more of that. I've finished up the My Career mode, which was enjoyable. Though I was kind of disappointed. As soon as you win the WWE World Heavyweight title, the game kind of like stops there and flash forwards to 30 years into the future, setting up your final match.
What?
Yeah, so you don't get to defend like the world title. It just flashes you 30 years later, so when you're up for your retirement match.
Does your character like automatically age and stuff?
No. Yeah, that
Disappointing.
yeah, that was a little disappointing. Also knowing that like all of the other wrestlers are still there.
Yeah, you think they would have had like some locked up, you know, characters or something.
Though and I did have a choice at the end of like how I wanted my final match to be. It was either fight an upcoming star, which was the one I chose, uh, fight one of the NPC characters that were created for the game called Baron Blade. Like, I've had a lot of rivalries with this person, so like would be my dream match to end things.
Nice.
And the third one was the person that you win the championship from, which for me was Daniel Bryan. Which I looked at that and laughed for a second, like, Daniel's finally healed up and ready to come back. I'm an awful person.
It's funny though.
But yeah, I did like that little bit of a choice at the end. And when the match does end, you get like a little credits rolling saying your progress, like years in NXT, years in Performance Center, years until made it to SmackDown, to Raw, first pay-per-view match, first title win, that kind of thing like rolls up on the screen. So that was
Nice.
kind of cool. And you get to see your characters celebrating, like thanking the fans and whatnot, and then doing the final walk up the entranceway. So I thought that was like good for it. Outside of that, I have played a little bit of Universe mode, which has expanded with the massive amount of like different rivalries that can take place into it. So that's cool. Thought that was a nice little touch to it. And I've done a little bit of the rivalries gameplay mode, where they have Cena and CM Punk and Triple H and Shawn Michaels. I've done some of the CM Punk one, and it's good. I mean, it's nice. Oh, excuse me. Nice little history lesson, I guess, because they
Mhm.
do use the live action footage again. Though I honestly have to say, it's still kind of weird that they chose the CM Punk one, simply because of everything that has happened.
We'll talk about that in a minute here.
Yeah, yeah, I'm assuming you've watched the podcast as well.
No, I just watched the summary, the 3-page summary of it.
Oh, okay. Alright, so, yeah, that leads us into our bin watching section then.
um, really haven't been watching much, just movies whenever I can.
Hmm.
Like, oh wait, I did watch that new Kevin Smith movie, Tusk.
How was that?
Were you a fan of Red State?
Never saw it.
And I wasn't. Basically, Red State was supposed to be his first serious horror-ish movie.
Hmm.
It wasn't. And neither was Tusk. I was rather disappointed.
Hmm.
Rather disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Like
Yeah, I heard
yeah,
very poor things about it.
the special effects were. I mean, if you watch the initial trailer, you're like, oh my god, this is going to be a terrifying movie to watch.
Hmm.
But when you watch it, you're like, what the hell was he going for?
Oh, okay, one of those.
Yeah, it's like one moment it's like really sinister, and then there's like comedy, and then there's a few points where he actually breaks the fourth wall, like you're watching the commentary.
Hmm.
This happens in the film.
Wow.
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay. Uh, well, for me, I've been watching Flash and Arrow. They had their crossover event this week.
Shit, that's right.
Both episodes were good, really enjoyable. The Arrow episode was probably the best all season, to be fair with you.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Um, there was also The Walking Dead this past Sunday, which was gut-wrenchingly brutal to watch. Right in the feels again.
Not surprised.
Yeah, just that ending, yeah. Also, I got around to watching South Park today, the latest episode.
The one with PewDiePie?
The one with PewDiePie.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet, so.
For those of us that have done Let's Plays on YouTube, it's well worth watching. uh, and the biggest thing I've probably watched this week has been Video Games, the movie, which is a documentary that is up on Netflix. And it starts off by telling the history of video games, right back to the very beginning of like who really started like the very first game, right on up till like today. But it also covers like the gaming crash and whatnot. But outside of the history, it also dives into the culture of video games, the future, like everything. This is probably the absolute best movie to recommend anybody to watch who doesn't understand video games and doesn't understand why people love video games. If they watch this, they will understand because this movie does a fantastic job of like describing that. Like I actually teared up a few times watching this because they hit the nail on the head so perfectly.
Nice.
Yep. So I highly recommend that anybody watch that movie, that documentary.
Is it on Netflix?
It is on Netflix.
I will definitely check it out then.
Okay. You will not be disappointed, believe me.
Oh,
Alright.
God. 2 hours later.
Yeah. And nothing in the been reading section.
Besides training manuals at work.
Shameless self-promotion. For me, it's just the usual. I've also got streams up for Tales from the Borderlands and Game of Thrones. More coming on those. My November pickups video went up, which I'm quite proud of the editing on that one. And WWE 2K15 moments that we mentioned earlier. But yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, eventually I'm going to do something. Eventually. At some point, I'll get around to it. Just when I get a day off, I'm just like, day off. I'm just going to sit in my underwear and play video games. And throw gang signs at my cat. Just keeping you in check, you fat fuck. Talking to my cat right now. He's just looking at me like, whatever.
Alright, so, yeah. Guys, if you got questions and comments for us, please leave them in the description below. Hopefully
Any questions? Any comments?
Yeah, we'll answer anything. We'll respond to anything.
Hell, we talked about our man crush. I mean, jeez.
Yeah. It's a good thing I never put out a thing on Twitter asking for questions. Big Boss probably would have bombarded us with another one.
Probably.
But yeah, if you got questions, comments, guys, please leave them. We would love to hear from you. If you've managed to stick around for these 2 hours.
Take water breaks.
Yep.
Stay hydrated, even though it's winter time.
Yep. But yeah, I believe that's going to do it for this episode. James, why don't you take us away?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this has been the CanUK podcast with, a little bit of Northern California spice thrown in. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in next time where Lord X says something completely outrageous.
It's me, Mario!
Yeah, close enough.